Welcome back to Sleepy English. Today, we'll be learning English through audio listening. So, get comfortable, close your eyes, and let the English lull you into a restful night.
A bustling coffee shop near their old high school. Two friends, Sarah and Michael, haven't seen each other in 5 years since graduation.
Michael, over here!
Sarah, wow, it's been ages. Look at you all grown up.
Same to you. You haven't changed a bit, except maybe a little taller.
Maybe a touch. Coffee's on me, classmate reunion style.
So, tell me everything. Where have you been these past 5 years?
Well, after graduation, I went straight to that computer science program we always talked about. It was intense, but definitely worth it.
I bet. Remember how obsessed we were with coding video games in Mr. Johnson's class?
How could I forget? Those pixelated nightmares were a wild ride. Anyway, I landed a job at a cool tech startup right out of college. They're working on some groundbreaking stuff. It's pretty exciting.
That sounds amazing, Michael. I'm so happy for you. What about you? Did you stick with your journalism dream? Absolutely. I started working at a local newspaper right after graduation, and now I'm a staff writer. I cover a variety of things, from politics to local events. It's challenging, but incredibly rewarding.
That's fantastic, Sarah. I always knew you had a way with words. Remember that time you wrote that epic exposé on the cafeteria's questionable mystery meat? Legendary.
Don't remind me, but seriously, journalism has been an incredible journey. I've interviewed so many interesting people and learned so much about the world.
So tell me more about your life. Are you seeing anyone? Still living in our hometown?
Not seeing anyone, but I'm focusing on my career right now. Still living here, though. My apartment's just a few blocks from the coffee shop, actually.
Cool. I'm actually back in town for a bit. My company just opened a branch here, so I'll be here for at least a year. We should definitely hang out again before I go.
Absolutely. We can explore the new coffee shops, catch a movie, or even volunteer at the high school for nostalgia's sake.
Volunteering at Mr. Johnson's computer lab? Reliving the pixelated glory? Now that's a reunion I can get behind.
You're on! Let's see if we can inspire a new generation of coding nightmares.
A cozy pub with warm lighting and live music playing softly in the background. Sarah and Michael continue their conversation after a delicious dinner.
So, tell me more about this tech startup you work for. What kind of groundbreaking stuff are they working on?
It's actually in the field of renewable energy. We're developing software that optimizes the efficiency of solar panels and wind turbines. It's pretty cool to be a part of something that has the potential to make a real difference in the world.
That's incredible, Michael. It sounds like you're using your skills for a great cause.
Thanks, Sarah. What about you? You mentioned covering politics for your newspaper. Any big stories you're working on?
Actually, yes. There's an upcoming local election for mayor, and there's a lot of controversy surrounding one of the candidates. I'm digging into some allegations about potential corruption, which is pretty nerve-wracking but also really important.
Wow, that sounds intense. But I know you'll do an amazing job uncovering the truth. You were always the bravest one in our class, remember?
I don't know about bravest, but I guess I never shied away from a challenge. Remember that time we snuck out after curfew to go stargazing in the abandoned field?
How could I forget? We spent the whole night huddled together, shivering but amazed by the meteor shower. That was a close call with Principal Thompson, though.
Speaking of close calls, what do you think about coming back to volunteer at the high school? Are you sure Mr. Johnson wouldn't faint from shock?
He might just. But seriously, I think it would be a blast to see him again and maybe inspire some young minds.
Absolutely. Maybe we can even give a joint presentation or something. Share our career paths and how they stemmed from things we learned in high school.
Now that's a great idea. We could talk about coding nightmares and investigative journalism, maybe even throw in a cautionary tale about breaking curfew.
Perfect. We can be the cautionary tale and the inspiration all rolled into one.
A bustling farmer's market on a sunny Saturday morning. Two colleagues, Maya and David, bump into each other amidst the colorful displays of fresh produce.
David, what a surprise to see you here.
Maya, fancy running into you at the market. Picking up some fresh ingredients for the weekend?
Absolutely. I love browsing the farmer's market. So much variety and everything feels so vibrant. What about you?
Same here. Trying to impress my date tonight with some gourmet cooking skills. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you'll do great. You're always a whiz in the kitchen. So tell me about this date. Anything exciting planned?
We're going to that new art exhibit downtown, the one featuring local artists. She's really into contemporary art, so I figured it would be a good conversation starter.
Oh, that sounds like a fun date. The new exhibit has been getting rave reviews. You might even run into some inspiration for your own artwork.
Speaking of artwork, how's your photography going? Any recent masterpieces for me to see?
Actually, yes. I entered a photo contest for local photographers, nature theme. Fingers crossed, but I captured a pretty stunning sunset shot the other day.
That's fantastic, Maya. You have such a knack for capturing the perfect moment. I'd love to see the sunset photo when you get a chance.
Definitely. Maybe we can grab lunch sometime and I can show you all my latest work. Catch up a bit on office life too, of course.
Sounds like a plan. Lunch would be great. Work's been a bit hectic lately, so a break and some good conversation would be perfect.
A bustling train station waiting area filled with travelers coming and going. Emma, a seasoned traveler, spots a young woman, Lily, looking overwhelmed by the departure board.
Excuse me, can I help you with something?
Oh, hi. No thanks. I'm just a war waiting for my train.
It looks like it might be a while. First trip abroad?
Yeah, going to study in Rome for a semester. I'm really excited, but also incredibly nervous.
That's completely understandable. Rome is an amazing city. You'll have a blast. What are you most worried about?
Mostly getting lost. I don't speak much Italian and everything seems so chaotic here.
Don't worry. Chaos is kind of Rome's charm. Here, let me show you an app on your phone that can translate basic phrases. It'll be a lifesaver. See? That wasn't so bad. Most Italians are very friendly and appreciate the effort to speak their language.
Thanks, you're a lifesaver. I feel a lot less anxious now.
No problem at all. I remember my first solo trip abroad felt like jumping into the deep end, but it's the best way to learn and grow.
How was yours? Where did you go?
Backpacking through Southeast Asia. It was a whirlwind adventure. Got lost a few times, ate some questionable street food, but made some incredible memories and lifelong friends.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Maybe someday I'll be brave enough to do something like that.
You will. Travel has a way of pushing you outside your comfort zone and showing you the world in a new light. Just remember, embrace the adventure, don't be afraid to ask for help, and most importantly, have fun.
A vibrant community garden teeming with life. Two neighbors, Daniel, a retired history teacher, and Olivia, a young aspiring writer, meet by their respective plots.
Those tomatoes are looking impressive, Olivia. They must be ready to burst soon.
Thanks, Daniel. I've been babying them all summer. They're almost there. Can't wait for a homegrown tomato sandwich.
There's nothing quite like it, is there? Fresh from the garden, bursting with flavor. So, how's the writing coming along? Any breakthroughs since we last spoke?
Actually, yes. I hit a bit of a wall with my novel, but then I had this spark of inspiration while weeding this morning. Crazy, right?
Not at all. Nature has a way of sparking creativity. What did the inspiration strike on?
It's a scene where my protagonist has a pivotal moment of self-discovery. I was thinking about the cycle of life and growth, how everything in this garden needs nurturing and care to reach its full potential, and it just clicked.
That sounds like a powerful scene, Olivia. You have a real gift for translating what you observe into compelling stories.
Thanks, Daniel. Your encouragement means a lot. You mentioned a history project you were working on. How's that going?
It's coming along nicely. I'm delving into the history of our local community, focusing on the origins of this very garden plot. Did you know it used to be an abandoned lot before a group of passionate residents decided to transform it?
Wow, that's fascinating. I'd love to hear more about it. Maybe you could share some of your findings at the upcoming community potluck?
That's a wonderful idea. I could put together a presentation with some historical photos and stories. It would be a great way to connect the past with the present.
Absolutely. It would add a special touch to the potluck. We can even feature some of the garden's harvest in the dishes.